A young woman from Buckeye's raising her teenage sister, just trying to make ends meet, and she just hit a major roadblock.
She says APS sent her a big bill. She says she doesn't owe that money, but they told her if she doesn't pay up, her power could get shut down. On your sides, Gary Harper is here to try and help.
Yeah, this young viewer, she's very determined to make it on her own. She has her own apartment. As you mentioned, she's helping to raise her 14-year-old sister, but they just keep getting into problems and, one step forward, two steps back. And now there's another problem. Now it's a case of mistaken identity. It has thrown a huge monkey wrench into their plans, and it almost left them homeless.
I try to be very, very positive all the time because that's just what I want to have around me.
Madison Brownson is an ambitious 19-year-old renting her first apartment, going to college, and raising her 14-year-old sister. And she does it all with a smile.
Oh, I'm very proud of myself. Other than my boyfriend and his mom very recently, everything, it's always been just kind of me.
As you might imagine, money is extremely tight, and things got worse when she recently called APS to set up electricity and got news she was not expecting.
And then as we're figuring out my new account, they're getting all my information. She kind of is like, oh, did you know you already have an account with us, an outstanding account from 2018?
Back in 2018, Madison was just 13 years old, so how could she have had an APS account? Well, turns out Madison discovered a relative had used her social security number to establish an APS account and then did not make the payments, owing more than $500. As a result, Madison filed a police report and then tried explaining the issue to APS.
They kept sending it back to the bills department, and they denied it being fraud every time.
Just so you know, your account has a payment arrangement of $548.26 to pay off your past due balance.
Madison has stayed up to date on her current APS account, but APS insists that Madison needs to pay off that old balance or her power will be shut off.
I would not be able to pay that. That's almost both of my paychecks.
Madison lives in subsidized low-income housing, and having the power cut off is grounds for eviction. That would leave Madison and her sister homeless and wipe out all the progress she's made.
It is so frustrating. Between going to school, work, I'm trying to deal with the legal paperwork around my sister. I spend all of my time just maintaining.
So Madison got a hold of On Your Side, and we reached out to APS. After sharing Madison's story, the utility company realized she was the victim of ID theft and wiped out the entire $548 debt on her account, and they did it within just hours. Madison says it's a ton of pressure off her shoulders, and she's thankful to On Your Side for getting it done.
I mean, I was not going to be able to get this figured out on my own, obviously. I've been doing this for 5 months, and it took 4 hours after you guys left. I appreciate you guys so much, genuinely. I would not have figured this out.
Oh, what a nice gal. Thanks to APS, by the way. A huge thank you for taking care of this so quickly. Once again, they took care of it in just a matter of hours. Madison's goal now is to save enough money to buy a car, so getting to school and getting to work can be a little bit easier. But 19, I mean, she's carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders right now and keeps running at obstacles. But I was certainly glad to get that one worked out for her. At least that's one thing behind her. And we wish her the best.
Yeah, no doubt.
She is
2
so
jobs,
impressive.
school, taking care of her
know.
sister. This is the last thing she needed to deal with. Took her a long time, but you guys got it done very quickly.
Yeah, and remember the apartment complex, if it was cut off,
that would have been it.
It's in the streets. Yeah.
Well, she's doing a great job, and I'm glad you were able to help her.
Great attitude.
Yeah, so
Great
awesome.
attitude.
Great. Thank
We're
you,
big
Gary.
fans. Thanks,
Yep.
Gary.